What illegal thing are you really good at? Honestly, jaywalking. Growing up in Boston, everyone just knows how to time the distance between oncoming cars. Now I'm going to school in a different city and friends think I have balls of steel. Meanwhile, in Southeast Asia and India, it's illegal? Honestly, I'm not sure Indian drivers have the slightest idea what's illegal to do on the road. It blows my mind that that is even illegal in some countries. Here in the UK, if I want to cross the road, I'm gonna cross the road. My safety is my responsibility. Using gyms without a membership. Whenever I'm away from home and still want to work out, I jog to whatever gym so I'm nice and sweaty and just kinda stroll past the front desk, while pointing towards the back and making a facial expression like, yeah, they just smile and wave me through. I feel like this would go completely different with me. Like I jog to the gym, and as I point towards the back and give the facial expression, they'd stare at me and be like, what a fact? This dude is way too fat to be actually working out. Those are diarrhea sweats and he's off to ruin our bathroom. I did this for a solid month at a gym, then one random day they upped their security and were like, wait, we've seen you a bunch of times, you've never even had a membership? Ended up buying a month membership and never going back again. Shameful. Driving 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. All about 9 miles per hour over bruh. 9 you're fine, 10 you're mine. True story time. This weekend, I came over a hill at about 70 in a 45. Saw a black SUV pulled over maybe a mile up the road. Sure enough, it was a cop. Unsure if he tagged me, as I passed, he lowered the radar gun and gave me a what the fuck look, but didn't pull me over. I don't know what I did, or who he thought I was, but I think I might go play the lottery. Police are all like, well shit, we'd like to catch them but they're going 5 miles an hour faster than we can. Stealing plant cuttings and propagating from them. I do this too. Some plants even have a warning on the label, so even if you buy the plant you aren't supposed to take cuttings or asexually reproduce it at all due to a copyright on the variety. It's more common with new hybrids. Shoplifting, but it's not like I intentionally do it. I'll be at my local deli talking to the owners at the counter, buy a few lotto tickets and just bullshitting and start playing with a lighter or a pack of mints. Walk out of the deli and stick my hand in my pocket, and oops, I should have put it back. I always return or pay for what I took. It's a running joke with the guys for the last few years. They still can't catch me in the act. Yep, I have done that before, mainly in high school lunch though. Accidentally been like, wait, did I pay for that iced tea? Whatever, I don't want to be a bitch for returning a $1 drink. I've done this at my job cafeteria too. Grab a granola bar or two and put them in my pocket and forget to pay when I leave. I don't go back there, the prices are jacked, they owe me. My mom would always accidentally steal stuff from a local store. She had bad joint pain, so she'd put stuff in the seat where you're supposed to put a baby. Then something would roll up against her purse, and she wouldn't see it when putting stuff on the belt. Then she'd get out to the car and freak out, go back inside, apologize profusely and pay. Funny enough, I'm now married to the loss prevention manager of that store. Putting 1 Canadian penny in a roll of American pennies. The fools have no idea. Going on websites without my parents' permission. How? Whenever I try, I get a pop-up asking me if I'm 12 or older. How can I bypass this when I'm not old enough? On Google Chrome, right-click and select Inspect Element. With a lot of these sites you can then just delete the bit of HTML code hovering over your page. Easy game, easy life. Stealing balloons. I just really love balloons and I'm really good at getting them covertly. Can't help myself. Stealing a balloon? Yeah, on Free Balloon Day. Pickpocketing. I didn't learn how to do it on purpose, and I've never done it to steal. I'm just really good at taking things out of people's pockets without them noticing. I'm also really good at putting things into people's pockets. I used to do this to my now husband out of convenience. Most women's clothes don't have pockets, so sometimes I'd just stick something in his pocket if I didn't want to hold it anymore. If I needed it back, I just took it back out. It seemed more practical than constantly asking for him to hold things and then give them back. He figured it out a few months in when he reached into his pocket and found my stuff. He was a little freaked out and told me to just ask him from then on, so that was kind of the end of my pickpocket career. I also learned to pickpocket. I never stole anything though. Instead, I use it to start conversations with people at parties. Dude, is this your wallet? It's surprisingly easy. Be careful out there. I don't want to go to a party with you. Plagiarizing papers. I speak several languages, so I find a paper on a similar topic online and translate it. Edit. I should say that the papers I have plagiarized I am not proud of. I only do it when I cannot handle the work I already have plus another paper. Makes me wonder why you don't just get a job in translation and turn your shady skill into something you're not only allowed to do, but you're supposed to do. Because you can't just be fluent. They usually ask for a diploma when applying for a translator's job. Edit. People in the comments are telling about fluency tests, certificates, etc. I think that getting a certificate is a nice idea, and I will probably get one this year just to have a piece of paper to shove into future employers' faces. When I was interviewed for my current job, I was given a test to determine how well I can speak English. Russian is my native. I passed it and got the job. 80% of my work time I spent speaking or writing emails in English, so I guess I got what I wanted. How dare you ruin my snarky comment with reason? This is the internet. That sort of thing is not allowed. Extracting dimethyltryptamine from plant sources. I got some of that Heisenberg in me. Chemistry just clicks for me. I started out doing the basic techs online, then once I had a few under my belt and understood the objective of each process, I started making my own tweaks to optimize the process. I only ever did it for personal consumption, but I was really proud of some particularly large clear crystals after a single recrystallization process. It's no blue meth, but I was pretty proud. I would also do extractions from Syrian root to get the monoamine oxidase inhibitor needed to make the dimethyltryptamine active orally. I would then combine the proper doses of each into a capsule and fill the rest up with powdered ginger to offset nausea. It would give you a consistent experience, bypass the vomiting typical to oral dimethyltryptamine concoctions like ayahuasca, and remove all the non-active substances that could cause headaches and diarrhea. With raw plant matter you have no idea the dosage, and it varies from batch to batch, so extracting gave me control over exactly how much I took. Been about 10 years since I've done an extraction. I think most of the plant sources have been cracked down on by this point. I stopped messing with it once people were getting orders seized and arrested at the post office for picking up plant matter. When I was a teen, I was a professional thief. Between ages of 13 to 16, I used to steal bread, candy, occasionally a game if I felt ballsy. I never got caught except for once by my older brother. Let's just say he talked sense into me and I know better now, but that was a much darker time for me. One of two moments in my life I really hold regret over. Using the self-checkout lane to buy organic fruits and vegetables at non-organic prices. Just do the banana code for everything. 4011. Sir, that's a television, not a banana. This clearly has a sticker on it with the code 4011. I'm just doing what the sticker says. Lockpicking. It's a skill that really comes in handy and it's not too hard to learn. I've never used it for anything illegal, only for when friends have locked themselves out of the house or something. You'll never see a door or padlock as a secure thing again though. I mean, is it actually illegal if you have the knowledge but don't use it for crime? I don't think having any skill is illegal, however the tools of the trade are illegal to carry around without a legitimate use case. locksmith professional etc. Breaking into buildings. Comes from parkour and urban exploring, but has been very useful since. Came back to my friend's house we were staying at after a festival once. It was 2 a.m, he lived on the 3rd floor and I tried buzzing and calling him and got nothing. After like 5 minutes I just looked up, saw the open window and climbed up the brickwork and in. I'm a 4th generation moonshiner, though to be fair, my rum is better than my corn liquor. Also, I have never sold a drop, so my bootlegger cred is somewhat compromised. Growing mushrooms. Started as a way just to get psychedelics, then became a passion. Nowadays I only grow tubs of edible, non-exciting mushrooms. But mycology is terribly interesting and very easy to get into if you have about $75 laying around. I used to counterfeit documents in college. Mainly just school memos, parking permits, media passes, that type of thing, nothing crazy. At first it was just for a buddy, then a few people, then I started using my products myself. The trick is in the confidence. I was always good with words, but that stuff made me so much better at selling a lie. I haven't messed with making fake docs in a while, but it led me to a new illegal skill: gaining entry into concerts and sporting events without tickets. Discreet public urination in moments of absolute, blind necessity. I'm a woman. What illegal thing are you really good at? Leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.